Oh, hey, sorry guys. uh, can you tell I just woke up? Um, welcome to Flying with Planethead. This is Planethead, blah, 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 blah. If you watch my previous videos, I've been doing some final thoughts on my 100-day run as a alpha character and also planning out what I want to do next. Um, also talked about the last video. Um, in the last video, I was talking about signing up for the Omega character and also getting the side training. So, and I also talked in the last video about um, a, a lack of so far of Eve Online in the CCP and how they don't really have a really good explanation during the new player experience about how to fit ships, or something that they could do better in my mind. So, not to belabor a point, I thought I would talk about all three. And the first one I'm going to do, well, first I'll give you a quick update. I am currently in BJ and the Bear, my transport character here. Um, I'll give you a little bit update on him, and then I'll start hitting on those subjects. Um, the If you saw me episodes before, this is my transport character that I use to haul things around and raise my standings. It's This is going to be that character that I want to use for the dual training and to boost up. So where he's at right now, very few skills. I think he's got like 700,000 skills total. Skill points. Oh, 550. 547. So not a whole lot, but he does exactly what I need him to do right now. So what is the next stage that I want to take him to? Well, currently I'm working on all the standings for him. He is, if you notice here, all of his major faction standings are above 1.0. So I can start doing level 2 distribution missions and some other things there. And I'm also flying around, going to, while I'm doing those distribution missions, as you notice here, I'm starting to build um, a growth with each one of the corporations that does that. So that will help my faction standing or my corporation standing, which would also help with um, broker's fees, I think, and stuff like that. Other little things that are helpful. How am I doing that? I'm finishing up now just doing the um, uh, uh, entrepreneur production missions um, through the different um, career agents. Wow. Hold on. Cool. Kind of boring stuff. This is what I do when I'm watching TV. But basically, I've set up, if you watch the previous video, I'm not going to go full tilt into it. Each one of these stations is one of where a career agent is at, set of career agents is at. And I'm slowly um, getting free transportation ships that I can use by doing these. And then they're all set all throughout HiSec. So if I warp at any point in time, I'm usually within 10 to 15 jumps, if not closer, of a transport ship if I need to move something around. That said, what do I want to do? Well, I was thinking about this a lot, and I'm going to still think about it just a little bit more. But I really want to. This is where you get to have fun. I want to fly a capital ship, and I'm not talking an Orca or something like that. I want to fly a one of the big boys, a Dreadnought or something bigger. Down the road, not anytime soon, slowly skill my way into it. So, how can I do that? Well, the first thing I want to do is come along here and go into my ship tree. Not there, that is not the ship tree, it's the assets. Do I not have that up here? All right, fine. And should be in the utilities. No, ship. There we go, ship tree. Go into the ship tree. And then I want to choose which let's go with Dreadnought. So I want to choose which Dreadnought do I want to solely skill myself into. Right down here, we got our industrial ships. Over here, we got our battle cruisers, our battleships, and then there's my Dreadnought. This is the Minmatar Dreadnought, the Naglfar. And then you've got the other ships here that I can grow into, being the carriers, super carriers, and Titans. But to get there, I would have to get to here. So let's go ahead and pull that up. Now this is for the Minmatar. If I want to, I can look at the Galente. And this is where I have to take that little other second because I want to look at what their bonuses and negatives are before I start doing what I'm doing. But this one here is the Moros. And then for the Caldari, you've got the Phoenix. And last but not least, I don't know why I'm naming these off for you. Maybe I'm just filling time while I think about the next thing. You got the Revelation. Now, just like any of the factions, each one of them is going to have their bonuses and minuses. What I want to look at is the nitty-gritty of them. I'm not going to do that on this video. Maybe once I decide what I want to go with. But all of them are going to have a basic set of skills that they need to get. So, let's just go Minmatar. Because I think this character is Minmatar. Why not? And we'll go ahead and pull up the info on it. Gets capital turret bonuses, a shield booster bonus, and then the siege module is here. The requirements, that's what you want to look for. You want to look for the skills and the requirements. So what do I have to have to be able to fly the ship? This is the bare minimum. I would not use this ship if I had the bare minimum because I'm going to be investing a lot of money in doing this. And the regular skill training for this is 221 days. So to get all of these skills. Now there's other things that you can do to speed that up. I talked about this in the last video. I have not put on any implants. I have not factored in daily bonuses, that sort of thing. But we're talking about a half a year, unless I do injectors and things like that. We're talking about the road to get here. So, are there any things, is there anything that I can do that will help my current character also as I'm on the track to there? Now, this character is my transport character. So, are there any skills here that I can currently load up to get ready to go so that, but it will help me on that way there? If I remember correctly, warp drive, reduction in the capacitor need to initiate. Nope, that doesn't help me. But navigation, sub-warp velocity, it's alright. Advanced weapons upgrades. There's not a whole lot here. Advanced weapon upgrades. So really, there isn't a lot that will help me in my transportation needs. Maybe I'm just scanning it real quick here. Jump drive operation, that's not a big deal for me. So what I can do is just throw a couple into my skill base. We're going to look at, because I got to do all of these. Minmatar frigate all the way up to Dreadnought. So that is a big train going on there. So let's go ahead and throw in Minmatar frigate 3. Pew, pew, pew. And we will go into skills. And we will go into Spaceship Command. Yes, Spaceship Command. There you are. Already had that up. You guys probably saw that. And then we're flying Minmatar right now, so we're going to go Minmatar Frigate. I only need level 3 of this. So I'm going to drag 1. Drag 2. Now, when I say I need the bare minimum, there's certain things that bare minimum will be needed, and I don't want to upgrade them. I don't want level 4 or level 5 because I'm not going to be flying a frigate like with this character. And or not hardcore. My main character, I'm going to be flying that with, or having fun with while this guy's skilling up and doing his stuff. And then I would just go through those skills and keep adding on what I need. If there's other things along the way that don't involve that, like I do know I want to raise up some of my production skills so I can use some of those, not go nuts on them. I know I want to change some of my trade skills. So, but to set this up and have a long-term plan that at some point, maybe I get about halfway there and I feel comfortable, maybe I want to skill up and use some injectors or something like that. I've never literally used an injector before, so that's a learning experience. So that is where I'm at currently with this fellow. I think I showed you earlier, he's only at just over 500 skill points. How have I gotten that far? By the daily grind, the daily points that you get. I gotta kill 5 more NPCs here. I have not been putting him into a daily skill boost. That is on my main character. So that jumps into my last subject that I want to talk about today. Is a quick. Remember how I was talking about last video? Kind of the lack of CCP having a whole lot of fitting stuff for the new player experience whenever they first start. So one thing that you can do, and something that I'm working on adding into my videos, this is a little trick a lot of people know about, but it's really helpful and it's really kind of cool not having to go and read articles and things like that. I like to read a little bit of those to learn, but I like to learn more from failure. I'm sorry, more from failure than from success. So when do you fail in Eve? When you get blown up. So where do you find things that are blown up? You go on down here and you go to Zkillboard. And Zkillboard will show you, let's just go ahead and go to it here. If you have not messed around with Zkillboard much or you only use it sparingly, it is a massive amount of information, real time, that can be really helpful. Now, some of it is a little bit skewed because of things I'll show you here, but basically you can pull it up here. It'll tell you the last, the 6 largest kills that happened. Down here, most valuable ships. So these are stations. These are ships that died. These are carriers and dreadnoughts that possibly I might want to fly down the road. So this will give you a feel for how much these things might cost me to get into. Not only do you have to skill into them, you gotta buy this stuff. Which I'm going to try to fund my capital ship mostly through doing my market trading and distribution missions and stuff like that. So that should be interesting. We'll see what happens. You got some other ones here, sponsored kill mills. I'm not really 100% sure what this is. But then down here you'll see, do you see right there it updated? This is real time. The most recent kills that happened, it's switching. So you can either keep an eye out here and see what pops up. Now, do I want to see the mobile tractor unit and see how that was fitted out? No. Do I want to see how this capsule was fitted out? No. But if I want to see how this Merlin, it just moved on. It's moving on me. If I want to see how I didn't know what it was. That's funny. I could see how this ship was fitted out. So let's take, for example, and you can do a search. This is real time, so it's constantly moving. If you want to look at the current, you want some ideas of how to fit up your ship. I'm currently in a magnate in my main character, Jeremiah Johnson 72. And so I can do a search on all of the most recent magnates that were killed. Now the first thing you can do is look at fits. And you can see how much each one of those fits cost. Now remember earlier I was saying that sometimes it's a little bit skewed. I'll give you an example right here. So supposedly this magnate is worth 18.77 skills, or ISK, skills ISK. SKI is in there, million ISK. So this should be a pretty fit out magnate, you would think. It also takes into account what is in your cargo space. So, so much information here. I am not going to go down the rabbit hole of everything that you can use Zkillboard for. But what you can do is look for fits. Now, you can also kind of build in your mind, what was this person doing? Well, this person had a micro warp drive on them, and then they had 4 inertial stabilizers. Okay, and that's it. So what why their ship was worth so much was all the loot that they had in their ship itself. So they were basically just trying to haul stuff with their magnate really quickly out of here, and they got caught. You can see here they had some filaments and things like that. Shield extenders, nothing special. They're probably just moving a bunch of junk out of a station that they were at. I think this was in Losec that it died at. Go back on over here. I looked at this earlier. This gets a little bit strange. So yeah, they were in Tama. I think Tama is the system that everybody dies in. Don't go near Tama if you don't know what you're doing. I don't go near Tama. And they were part of Silent Company, so they probably haven't been around for a whole lot of time. Silent Company is one of those corporations that basically spams out and gets as many people to join as possible. They just send out this huge web to try to get as many people as possible. I have not joined them. I'm sure they're fine, but it's not one of the big, huge null-sec factions. It's one of those groups. So a lot of new players are in that. This guy was in Tama. Here's a weird part. So Erica Tempest, and then Erica Tempest, Erica Tempest, Erica Tempest, and Erica get my gist. And each one of these happened 1608, 1612, 1614. So basically leaving their station and getting blown up. So what in the world was this person doing? I don't know. Erica Tempest, if you're watching this video, of the 20 people that watch my videos sometimes, maybe, let me know. Message me on YouTube, or if anybody knows or can figure that out, let me know. But, so that is what can show up there. Now let's look at a different one. Let's look at the next one down. Frank Lai, and take a look at that. Now this is a fully fitted out magnate. Now I don't know what he was using this for. He did die in it, but just because you die doesn't mean it wasn't a worthwhile fit. You can learn a lot from it. I will show you one thing here, over here, with Erica. They put 4 inertial stabilizers on here. Now, if you were trying to fully fit this out to get up to, those are on there to make you turn and get into warp faster. I wouldn't put 4 of them on here. In my mind, I would try to put 2 stabilizers and 2 nanofibers, because as you put the same thing on, your bonuses go down per one. So usually more than 2 or 3, it's not even worth putting that 4th one on. So I would split them up in their stuff, maybe put in some rigs up here or rigs here to get the turning going on a little bit faster there. But obviously something was going on there that I don't know what was going on. I'm not here to poo-poo anything. I'm just trying to show you some ideas about what you can do. So let's look at Frankie Lai. He actually died in nullsec space, FZCH0 in Cloud Ring. If you want to, you can come up here and you can go into Eve, and you can do the maps and Dotland, blah blah blah. This is where I kind of try to make a story in my head. And then Cloud Ring is right up here. So it's in a fully nullsec area. So he was out exploring in this area here. And let's see here. Oh, wait, sorry. And he died in F7C, TAC HO. F7C, do I see it right away? Or 7C? There it is, HO. So this is probably what happened, and you can kind of recreate things. I'm not saying this is what happened, but he was probably going from Placid over here, right here, in faction warfare space. Placid is a low sec area mostly, but he was probably trying to go from low sec warfare space to Cloud Ring, which is null sec, which is controlled by player groups out here. This is the initiative. This is one of the big boys that are out there. He was probably trying to jump in and do some scouting, and he ended up probably getting bubbled right here and dying. So that's my first choice as to probably what happened. What you can do now, what am I doing? Is go into Zkillboard, pull this up. You can see who killed him. He got killed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There, he got 7 Sanctum, 7 Sanctum, 7 Sanctum. So he got killed by probably some people who were defending their space. So you gotta, when you're doing something, you gotta watch out for yourself. So kind of cool there. So back to the fitting side of it, and there's so much more here. I'm not going to go any farther with that. He did have a fully fitted out ship here. You could pull his character up, see how long he's been around. He's part of an NPC corp, so he may not have been around for very long. He is fitted out here. He's got some rigs on here, so he knows a little bit of what he's doing. And now he's got the probe launcher here with corp scanning probes. Now, whether or not he's using corp or sister's corp scanning probes, I don't know. Those probes could have been out. Actually, we can find out here. So I'm betting this is a newer player. He looks like he was able to get both a data site and a relic site along his way. And he just got caught exploring. It happened to me. All this stuff is level 1 stuff. So I may drop him a note and say, sorry about your luck, dude, but keep doing what you're doing. He's definitely trying here. I like the fact that he has a micro warp drive on here. If you've watched me in my wormholes, I have a mobile depot in my bay here, and I only use one of the relic sites or the relic, either one of the analyzers, and I switch those out doing that way. So that might be something that he could do to make his life a little bit better, but it is a little bit higher cost because then I can use my third slot to use it for either my scan resolution or I can use it for my cargo scanners to speed up my actual, and I've been doing that a lot lately, my actual decrypting. And then right over here, he's got the nanofibers and the inertial, so fantastic. Now, you may have some better ideas for this. I am nowhere near a fit guy, but this is a way you can look at things and use them. Why does he have the salvager on here? Because he's there to make some money. It's a salvager 1. It's nothing expensive. He runs across a wreck and can salvage it down. I'm all for getting as much money as you can scavenging. So awesome there. So yeah, too bad he died, but keep doing what you're doing. And if you need any tips, Frankie, if you see this video, please let me know. My main character is Jeremiah Johnson 72. And that's the one that I'm flying around in a magnate right now out in wormhole space. So this is a way that you can learn to fit. Look at what guys have here. If I wanted to, I could come back over here and look for a higher kill. Maybe there's somebody here that Most of these, there's a 38.69, so they probably had a lot of loot. There's 74. That's a heron there. Oh, a magnate killed a heron. Oh, okay, because it's green here. It means that a magnate got a kill. Let's take a quick look at that. So this was the fit for the heron. Interesting. But he got killed by a magnate, or the magnate was in on the kill. So probably the magnate was used to combat probe him down, and then his buddies came in and were able to kill the guy. Just off the top of my head, I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. This is a really fitted out heron, so they did an interesting job getting him. Boy, this is a fighting heron. What is that there? Corp scopes. Yeah, this is a fighting heron. Just looking here. 74 million ISK is total worth. It dropped 16 million ISK worth of stuff. This is core probe, down. See, this is what you can do. You can be like, oh, what's going on there? These were the mid slots that he had set up, and this was his cargo here. So he did have those. Was he doing what I was doing? He's got the relic analyzer there. Data analyzer 2 there. Yep, he was doing exactly what I'm doing, but on a much higher scale. He was using his mobile depot to shift back from fighting heron to scanning heron and making some money along the way. So unfortunately he died, but good for him. This is something I could learn from. I'm looking here at his fit. He's in his fighting fit. He was able to switch into 6 slots here. Now the big thing here for a heron is they don't have low slots. So that's interesting. And then he had some rigs here. So good for him, or good for the guys that got him. But that's about it. Hope you guys, that helps any of you guys at all. I'm going to finish off my career missions here, get ready for my last day of work before I go on my trip to Texas. I'll be away for a week, but I will try to keep doing videos because I'm going to take my laptop with me and have some fun. And when I'm sitting in the hotel rooms and hanging out when I have some downtime. So I'll try to get a couple more videos up while I'm doing that. And if you guys have any questions, any thoughts, please just feel free to message me. You can do it right in YouTube. Try to reply to everybody if I can. Or you can message me at my main character, Jeremiah Johnson 72. Or if you ever want to, you can always message me at BJ and the Bear. I'm usually on here every day, just getting my skill points. But I can't guarantee I'll be on every day with him. The other guy will be. So BJ and there's no space, Bear if you want to message him there. But alrighty, you guys fly safe, fly dangerously, fly however that you want. I have one more day of work. You guys are probably on your weekend, so have a good one, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.